it's the morning of the first day of Pennsylvania's spring gobbler season here this year in 2021, and I'm heading back to the same spot, at least the same field that I shot my bird in opening morning last year. So came by here yesterday morning, listened for some gobbles, and then they were hammering pretty good, and swung around and ended up seeing 4 strutters out in the field with a bunch of hens. So I got the blind with me, I got decoys, I got a chair, I got a camera, my gun. I mean, I got a whole crap load of stuff. And Ian's actually down the road with a neighbor boy. He can only hunt for about an hour, and then he's got to do some other stuff. So I'm on my own this morning and see if we can get it done.
It's the first day of PA spring gobbler season here, May 1st. Out here this morning just for a real short hunt. I only got about an hour with David in the same area we were last Saturday for the youth day. We actually moved over to this middle ridge last Saturday. We were directly over my shoulder here, across this ravine, over by the field, and the birds come down from where they're gobbling at right now. Flew across the ravine opposite from us and then headed across too to get over to us, but they came right across this ridge here, so with just a little bit of time I figured our best bet is to be right here. Sounds like they might be down a little bit further, roosted down a little bit further than they were, but pretty soon here I'm going to call a couple times, see if they respond. Hopefully they come up this way pretty quick. We actually got the strutter out in front of us this morning over a breeding hen, so keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully it happens fast this morning.
Right now it's about 5 after 6, and I got these birds gobbling their heads off straight across the field. Same place they roosted last year and same place that came out yesterday. I heard some cackling over there. They might have flown down, but usually they work out in this field in front of me. I got here in plenty of time, got everything set up, but as I was setting up I realized I had brought everything but the kitchen sink pretty much, and the one thing I did forget were shells to put in the gun. So I got everything set up, decoys out, camera in here, chair, and my vest. And then I went behind the blind, sprinted across this hayfield back to the truck, grabbed my box of shells, come sprinting back across, and climbed in here and finished setting up.
Well, this spot was short-lived. Those birds, I thought they were actually sounded like they were roosted on the opposite side from where they were last weekend. It was hard to tell, but they hadn't gobbled for a while. Now they just gobbled over here to my left, so we're trying to pick everything up, run over there. Yesterday morning I was down here listening and actually cleared out a couple spots right next to the field, so I'm gonna try to move pretty quick. Hopefully we can beat them over there, see if we can make it happen.
Chasing him right off.
See that barrel flying around. Here they go. There's like 3 or 4 of them back there, bunched up on their driveway. And this first dude didn't even gobble. Yeah, there's like at least 3 more back there on the driveway. Those 3 that are strutting are better than the 3 from last Saturday. They don't like those other 2 gobblers. Well, it was kind of up and down and then back down this morning. Set up on these birds we hunted last Saturday. Kind of did a little bit, something completely opposite of what we thought they were going to do, so we had to make a move pretty quick. Got set up here and thought maybe they saw us because they stopped gobbling, but what they did is stayed on the other property, the borders here, and more than likely probably strutted up their driveway. Got all the way to the end of this old fence line. It's pretty brushy in there. And when they started gobbling again, I told David, I said, I bet they're going to come around that top of there and come out in the field. And that's what they did. There was pretty much 3 big strutters and 2 other gobblers that they were running all around there. A couple hens, 3 or 4 hens popped out, but they ended up just running those birds kind of down into here. I thought they were coming into the decoys at first, and then they just cut up, and now I just videoed them the last time I could see them. They were out at the end of another driveway heading across the road, I think. I don't think I'm gonna come back down here. I actually have to pack up and leave. David could still keep hunting, so maybe try to make a game plan with him, or he can decide what he wants to do with those birds. But at least it was exciting for a while, or for a little bit. But now we're out of the chips, and I gotta leave. So I'll get back after him another day.
Dude, hammered him. You see my breath, it is cold this morning. And actually I got 2 birds still over there strutting. But first thing off the bat, there was, I'm gonna guess it was the same group of 4 where Gobbler and the heads off. And then they kind of went quiet for a little bit, and then I heard a muffled gunshot, like over in that direction where they were roosted. And I think one of the neighbors must have set up like right on the roost. And must have knocked one down. He might even grazed the one. That, or he's just been getting the crap beat out of him, because he's got all kinds of feathers missing on him. When they hit the field out there, the 2 that are still strutting ran him off, went to the top of the hill, and I thought for sure there's no way this bird would be the one to come in. But they've been hanging over here in this corner where I got all the windows shut on the blind, and I could see them from time to time. And ended up, I was messing around with them deer over there, filming them. It was pretty sweet, the sun was on them, and I could just hear spitting and drumming. And I was like, dude, he's got to be super close. So I just turned on the Tacticam on the front of the gun and kind of set up the camera right on the decoys, and sure enough, dude, he was right in there. It was super awesome. And the self-film is so hard. What's even harder is I'm running a DSLR, so it takes 2 hands to film it. I gotta spin the lens and focus, and then there's a lot going on. So to get them down on the first day, right out of the bat, it's awesome. Well, here he is. It's now 8 o'clock, and I got pinned down in the blind there. Had them 2 other longbeards come in, and it was just cool to hang out there. I didn't want to get out and spook them, so just hung in the blind, laid down some pretty sweet footage, took pictures of them. They just hung around, and then the sun was on them. It was just cool, but it was a sweet hunt here. Really good bird. Good beard on him. His fan, I don't know what happened here, but he's all mangled. He's got tail feathers missing, broke off. Like I said in the blind, yesterday I seen 4 birds out here strutting, and they were gobbling the same spot they were last year and yesterday morning. And then, I don't know, maybe about 10 after 6, 5 after 6, something like that, I heard a muffled shot over in that direction, and then shortly after, these birds came out. So I don't know if the neighbor snagged one of the birds or not, but these 3 come out. Them 2 chased him around for a little bit, and then they skirted behind me. They kind of went around, and I had to peek through the window of the blind. And then I was filming those deer, and they were just cool. The sun shining on them too. And then I could hear him spitting and drumming, and I was like, oh crap, he is way too close. And I just got the camera kicked over, pointed at the decoys, and kept the Tacticam turned on my gun, and he come right in, bumped the Jake decoy a little bit, and with everything I had going on in the blind, I wasn't messing around and letting him go very long, so I hammered him, and he went right down, and then just hung out in the blind and enjoyed the rest of the morning. But great way to start off our 2021 season. Big old beard on him. And we're going to try to get our schedules together and get me and Ian up at the same time, but we got a lot of stuff going on, and we figured this morning splitting up was our best chance of laying one down, so worked out, and got me this real nice bird here. So on to the rest of the season. I got 1 more tag, Ian's got 2. We're going to be taking some friends out too, so it should be fun.